Welcome to another edition of Inside the Film Room, presented by Sharp. Joined by Carl Banks, I am John Schmeelk. And Carl, every year the last player drafted is called Mr. Irrelevant. Well, this year, the Giants drafted that player, Tae Crowder, out of Georgia. But for their defense, he was very relevant in how he played.
So true, John. One view is that he's just going to be a special teams player. He's a guy you don't have a lot of hope for him. He's just trying to make the team. Well, he's going from draft trash to draft treasure because, again, this defense values versatility, and you can see right away that this kid is not just a special teams player, fast, speed, good range. Let me bring it back again. The fact that no one thought he was good enough to be drafted, he's showing you plays that are made by starting linebackers every day in the NFL. Just watch the pursuit. He follows the ball, the acceleration, he weaves through traffic, makes a tackle for loss.
And now we see him on the inside. There you saw his range, Carl. Here he navigates the messiness on the inside of the defense and gets to the running back.
Yeah, one of the things you have to do as an inside linebacker, and I'm just going to let this run for a second, and there's a lot going on, right? So he's got to see this running back. He's got to see a blocker coming down on here, and he doesn't know if the quarterback's going to come out with it. So he's got to be patient, but he also can't get himself out of leverage. And when I say out of leverage, to go too far here and get blocked or go too far here and get blocked. So he's got to be ready to take on a block. And you can see he kept his depth so that he could come across and make a play right in the hole. And I'll bring it back. Depth is important here. He didn't get caught up in the wash. We call it getting caught up in the wash, John, is when a linebacker just comes up here and just commits and gets sealed. He knows spacing. He knows leverage. Now, he comes and puts himself in position to make a play on the football, but he has to defeat a blocker. He defeats a blocker, he makes a tackle.
And Carl, Blake Martinez said late in the year that he's somebody that he depended on plays to kind of keep him calm and keep him on base. And here's a play where you have the Browns, one of the best outside zone teams in the league. They want to get to the edge. Here, Tae Crowder says, I don't think so.
Yeah, again, you talk about range. Again, a guy that thought was irrelevant, right? But he knows what his keys are. You can see where his eyes are here. John, he's looking for something to come across. That must have been a pregame key. He gets himself in position. And when I say he gets himself in position, I'll bring it back just a little bit, because now you don't want your defense to be outflanked, right? So he's in a position here. They bring him, as soon as they change the strength of the defense, you can see he puts himself in position so that now anything outside he can make a play on, and boom, there he is making a play for no gain.
And then he also was a weapon in the pass rush, Carl, against a very athletic quarterback in Kyler Murray, where you have to do things right or he's going to burn you. He does it here.
Well, and the one reason that he's able to do some things, they line him up here on the slot, but he's fast. He's fast and he can be disruptive. There he is in the throwing lane right away. And this is a team where a quarterback doesn't hold the football very long. I'll bring it. Kyler Murray's one way, and the next thing he turns to the play side, and there's Crowder on him like oxygen. Just a good speed rusher. Again, the versatility of the players in this defense is what is valued. If you're a one-dimensional player in this Giant defense, you're no longer a valuable player.
And then, Carl, we saw that outside pitch play by the Browns. Well, this is the counter to that. It's the play action to the rollout, but Tae Crowder plays his responsibility and doesn't let them execute it.
And the thing is, his responsibility is to get upfield. You can see his eyes, John, are just perfect. He knows he has to be up the field, but he's not going to go down here and get caught up and give the quarterback an opportunity to get free and throw the football. So it's the discipline, it's the work that he puts in, but it's also the versatility that's valued in a player like him.
Over the course of the year, Tae Crowder earned a spot in the Giants starting lineup next to Blake Martinez, and he'll hope to continue to play that role and grow in it as the Giants head into 2021. That's another edition of Inside the Film Room presented by Sharp. For Carl Banks, I'm John Schmeelk. We'll see you next time.